Ever since the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie and manga arc introduced Beast Gohan, fans have been debating non-stop who's stronger right now, Beast Gohan or manga Goku and Vegeta. On one side, you got Goku, who not only has perfected Ultra Instinct that he showed against Beast Gohan in the recent arc briefly, but has even been shown with a kind of Susanoo-like form, for lack of better words, in the last few arcs. On the other side though is Vegeta, who has Super Saiyan Blue evolution from the Tournament of Power, which even showed up in the Moral arc until he would get his latest form, Ultra Ego. And now, we have Gohan, who has this mysterious beast transformation. So the real question is, can Beast Gohan actually surpass both of these god tier forms that rival some of the strongest deities in the multiverse? When Beast Gohan first squared off with Ultra Instinct Goku at the end of the superhero arc in the manga, it looked like Goku had the edge, and in my opinion, if you don't want to call it right down the middle, I still think Goku would come out on top if things were serious, but things flipped fast when Gohan raised his energy, nearly going berserk, and he was able to even one-shot Goku straight out of perfected Ultra Instinct, which was confirmed to be his strongest form by Beerus and Whis at the time. That moment made it clear right there, at least in raw power, Gohan might really be back at the top. Vegeta though, with Ultra Ego, is about on par with Goku, and I think he might even have better control over his Ultra Ego form than Goku has over Ultra Instinct. And I say that because right away, and this has been shown with Vegeta a few times now, when he first gains a form, he's able to maintain and manage that form at will, which is something Goku wasn't able to do with Ultra Instinct until he trained with Beerus. So chances are he'd fare probably no better against Beast Gohan, even though I feel like their matchup is a little less technical than Beast Gohan versus Ultra Instinct Goku. I mean, even Toriyama himself, before he passed away, stated outright that Gohan was technically back to being the strongest, which confirms what fans would expect. The only thing keeping Goku and Vegeta competitive here is their overwhelming edge and experience, which is something that almost shown itself in that brief fight against Beast Gohan with Ultra Instinct Goku. But to really understand Beast Gohan, we have to look at what this form actually is on a micro level. Beast Gohan is an evolution of Ultimate Gohan, the power that the Elder Kai unlocked back in Dragon Ball Z. It ties directly into Gohan's history of Rage Boost, which is why it carries the Beast name. Toriyama designed the form specifically for a superhero, originally even calling it Final Gohan, with the idea that the beast within him had finally awakened. This suggests it's his ultimate and maybe even final transformation. Now, Ultra Ego is Vegeta's answer to Ultra Instinct itself. Up until Dragon Ball Super, Goku always had the upper hand because he just trained smarter, not harder than Vegeta. But once Beerus and Whis entered the picture, things really started to balance out around the time both of these guys got Super Saiyan Blue. Ultra Ego takes Vegeta back to his roots, embracing his Saiyan instincts and thriving off of taking damage and getting stronger mid-battle. He's used it against Granola, Gas, and others, as we saw in the recent arc, him sparring with Broly, Beast Gohan, and Goku, and it seems like the perfect counter to raw powerhouses like Beast Gohan or even Broly, which is why I said that this matchup is a little less technical in my opinion than Beast Gohan versus Ultra Instinct Goku, but I think Ultra Ego Vegeta might actually have maybe a little bit easier of a time versus Beast Gohan, and if you guys want me to dive deeper into that matchup itself, let me know down below in the comments. Where Goku avoids damage through Ultra Instinct, Vegeta leans into it, and that contrast is what makes this matchup in itself so interesting. That said, some fans will still argue Ultra Instinct Goku edges out Gohan, and in some ways, they're probably not wrong. Gohan's raw power is undeniable though. He has more potential than nearly everyone outside of the freaks like Broly or maybe even Frieza, which is another conversation in itself, but Goku's mastery, skill, and even battle IQ are on another level thanks to all of that experience. Even in their sparring match, when Gohan blasted Goku out of Ultra Instinct, Goku wasn't really hurt. I mean, he popped right back into the form and continued the fight, no matter how much Gohan fans want to argue that he just brushed off Gohan's attack, was like, wow, how did you do that, and got right back to it. even brushing off Gohan again before tagging in Broly once things got really intense, and he saw that Broly was more or less learning from Beast Gohan a lot more than he had been able to learn from Goku and Vegeta prior. This dynamic has always defined Gohan. From the start, he's been the prodigy with limitless hidden potential. Beast Gohan takes that further, but it's clear that he still hasn't mastered it yet, even though he is able to tap into Beast at will now thanks to his training with Piccolo after the superhero movie. To tap into the full extent of this form, he has to push his energy to the very edge of going berserk without letting it get out of control. That's a really dangerous line to walk, but as of right now, Gohan's doing a pretty good job. Until he can completely control that rage and call on the power at will though, we still haven't really seen him at his true peak, and we also have to remember Goku was also holding back. There were a couple of techniques, i.e. his Susanoo form, that also didn't make an appearance during the sparring match either. And Goku outright said that his goal wasn't to beat Gohan, it was just to test and see how strong his beast form was. Another really cool thing to point out is that Beast Gohan might have actually been foreshadowed long before the superhero arc, which is another reason that Goku was so intrigued with this new form by him, especially after the events that transpired in the Moral arc and in the Tournament of Power, with Gohan stating that he wanted to take things into his own hands when it came to his power. Back in Dragon Ball Super Chapter 39, Gohan told Kefla that he'd stop relying on his Super Saiyan transformations and instead chose to evolve as a human. At the time, it kind of felt like a throwaway line, but we had no idea the ramifications of what he meant here, and it connects perfectly to today. Beast Gohan seems to be this manifestation of his human side taking the lead, evolving beyond traditional Saiyan forms. That's why it's unique to Gohan and Gohan only, and why Goku and Vegeta probably could never unlock this. Ultimate Gohan in the Tournament of Power already hinted at this mindset, shedding his Saiyan reliance and embracing his humanity. So where exactly does Beast Gohan stand in today's Dragon Ball Super? Well, thanks to a comment by Toyotaro, we now know that the 5 main characters of Dragon Ball outside of Black Frieza, those being Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, and Broly, are all relatively closer in strength than we probably would like to give these other guys credit for, especially guys like Broly and Orange Piccolo, who maybe in a lot of people's opinion are a little bit behind the other 3, but actually they're a lot closer. Toriyama would also confirm Gohan is up there with Goku and Vegeta as one of the strongest in the universe, but when it comes to somebody like Black Frieza, it's a lot tougher to say. We've seen what Black Frieza does to both Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta simultaneously. It feels like he's just on a completely other level entirely. As things stand right now, Frieza seems to be in a league of his own amongst mortals at least, but still, the next Dragon Ball Super arc is hopefully being planned out and around the corner in the future somewhere, and all signs right now are pointing to Beast Gohan, Ultra Instinct Goku, and Ultra Ego Vegeta being pivotal going forward. Whether Gohan truly holds on to the title of the strongest will depend on how far he can push himself and master this beastly power inside. So down below in the comments before we end this video, guys, I want to know where you all think Beast Gohan stands when it comes to not only Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Broly, but also Black Frieza as well, who even outside of these guys, and maybe I'll throw Broly in there too because we haven't really gotten to see the extent of what he's able to do now that he's controlled his Super Saiyan form, has the single most significant power up right now in Dragon Ball Super. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments and what you think about this explanation of Beast Gohan versus Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta in the current state of Dragon Ball Super. That is going to do it for this video, guys. Consider leaving a like on the video if you did enjoy. I know it's been a really long time since I've done a breakdown like this, but I don't think I've ever gotten to talk about all 3 of these characters in comparison to each other and kind of ranking them against each other as well. But if you did enjoy, consider leaving a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll still be able to get this video out tonight on Monday. We got Genshin Squadra for the rest of the week, so I really want to try to get this out ahead of time. But have a great day, fellas, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, my boys.